Hello everyone, welcome back. I'm Scrap and today we're going to be playing some more Astroneer. In this episode we are going to be working on getting our storage system set up and we are going to also be working on power. I decide that for power I'm going to be using the medium wind turbines, at least for now. And now here I'm just checking to see what they take to make. I see that it takes ceramic, so I start getting some of that, because at the time I did not have any. So here I just threw another small battery, so that way I could have more batteries, just in case I run out of power, or stop generating it. Then I'll have some more in the batteries that I can use. And now here I am smelting down clay to make ceramic, and I'm also making more clay in the soil centrifuge. And now that I have the ceramic, I start making some medium wind turbines so I can start generating more power. So you may notice with the way it's printing that it requires two spots to be placed on, and currently the platform I have has all the medium storages on it. So I start printing another platform type B so I can store and put all the medium turbines on. However, I am missing one resin, so I start heading down to the cave so I can go get some. I end up getting a whole lot of resin, so needless to say I have enough for the platform type B. Considering that it only needs 3, I have 2 up here and about 10 in my backpack. So I start printing the platform type B. In the meantime, I unload all this resin. Regarding the storage system, it is going to be organized by the way the resources are listed in the trade platform, which we will be getting next episode. So I grab all the wind turbines and then I go to place them on the platform so that way I can start having an easier way to generate power, and then whenever it's windy I can generate more power instead of just the 1.5 power per second that the small one gives. I can generate, I think it's 5 that these do. And it was either the small solar panel or the small wind turbine that did 1.5. I can't quite remember. I head down into the cave so I can get some more of the resource that you need to make zinc, so I can make more batteries. Now here I empty out this pocket, and then I notice that there's another one, a pretty good one down here, so I start heading down so I can get everything from this one. And now I just get to smelting it all so I can get the actual zinc, and then I can craft it in my backpack into batteries. Now here I'm going to unlock the extra large platform type C, because those are the ones that I like to use for storage systems, because they have a lot of room, and then another platform you can use to transfer items between auto arms. Now here I have a couple batteries, so I put them on here so the base would stop just trying to charge the batteries in my backpack, and it could also work on smelting this into zinc. So I decided not to craft this one into a battery immediately so that I could finish smelting this one before I start making the batteries. So that I wouldn't prioritize charging the ones that are in my backpack. So here I start crafting the batteries. I put them on here so we can have more power storage. Now this is the last week of school for me, so you can be expecting more videos coming soon. I would not expect one per day, but maybe one every 2 days or somewhere around there is what you could be expecting. Now here I start printing the extra large platform type C so I can at least get the foundation down for my auto sorter. Now for the auto sorter, I'm going to be using the same one that I have used on a different world because I like the way it works, and also it doesn't look too bad. So what I'll normally do is I will have one extra large platform type C with all the organic materials. Now there's not enough room on one of the platforms to hold all of them, so two of them will spill over to the smelted platform, which will be the second extra large platform. Then I will have another extra large platform that will hold all the chemicals like aluminum alloy, nanocarbon alloy, steel, hydrazine, and other chemicals that come from the chemistry lab. And then in the very last platform, I will have all the gases. And then right after that, I will have a smelting system. Of course, right now, I do not need to worry about all the chemicals, gases, or the smelting system right now, because I have only just started printing the platforms. So this storage system is going to be something that we are going to be working on over the course of multiple episodes, and it's going to take us a while to finish. And the power solution we have now is not permanent, but it will last us long enough until we can get nanocarbon alloy, so we can get RTGs, which is kind of like the QRTG, but instead of generating 1 power per second, each one generates 4. So once I get nanocarbon alloy, I will start making those, and then our power solution can truly be solved. Either that, or I can just get about 20 or so more small batteries, and we will be set. And now here I'm just making the area for the storage system. It's not a final decision where it's going to go, but I'm just thinking about putting it right here for now, just because I have room. Now I accidentally dug up a couple of the plants while I was making the area, so I started resetting it over here, just twice as big. So now instead of having 16 of them, I will have 32. And it turns out I was missing, I think it was one of the seeds, so I end up having to wait for one to grow, harvesting it, and then planting it back so we can have full rows of 4. Now a couple times during this process I ran a little bit low on oxygen, and then here you can see I am missing one, so I go back here, I harvest it, and then I replant them so we can have full rows of 4. Then I continue expanding out the area, and now I decide to actually put the platforms in the area I want them to go. Now currently 2 platforms will suffice because obviously I'm not going into chemicals yet. So the one all the way on the left will be for organic, and the one on the right will be for smelted materials. Now, if you have counted, you might realize there are not enough spaces on there to be able to put all the resource containers. That's why I'm getting large storages, so that way I can put more resource containers on each spot. It's like the same thing as putting 2 resource containers in a place that only one could fit. And now here I'm going off to get some research, because I'm pretty sure I did not have enough to research the large storage. Now here I realize this platform is making that sound just like the other one was if you have watched the previous videos. That really annoying sound, so I picked up the platform and fixed it. And then I set back off to go see if I can find some more research, because having extra research is a good problem to have because it's not really a problem. Now here I'm just waiting until I can get enough bytes in order to be able to research the large storage. It ends up taking a good minute. And later on in the video, I will be sitting here waiting for research for even longer than this, but it will be sped up way more so you guys don't have to wait through this as long. You'll know when it comes because I will have about 4 or 5 of these research things. And now here I'm going off to get another research. Just because there's no problem with having extra bytes. Now here I'm waiting to get enough bytes to research the large storage, because I would not have had enough if I had not gone and gotten the other research item. I don't think so, at least. I might have had enough. And then I finally unlock the large storage, which requires 3 ceramic. So I pick up the clay eventually, and then I head over to start getting it smelted after checking to see what it takes, because apparently I did not remember at the time. So then I grab all 3 ceramic, and then I go and start printing the large storage. But in the meantime, I head down into the caves to collect some quartz, I'm pretty sure, so that I can make some more resource canisters. So then I start smelting all the quartz into glass, so that way I can actually use it to make the medium resource containers. So I set this printer to repeat, so as long as it has glass and plastic, it will make some more resource containers. So then I pick up all this glass so I can make some more. And then I finally place down the large storage, which you can now see how it works and whenever I come back to look at it. So instead of having one large spot, I can have 4 medium. As you can probably tell, I'm getting a lot of resource containers because there are a lot of different resources in the game. So now that I have a load of resource containers, I decided to go put them on the large storage and the platform type C. But first I replaced the medium storage with the one that actually has resources on it. So then I unpack these four, and then all the rest of them I just put where they're going to go once I get the large storages. Then around about here I'm trying to remember where the ammonium goes, but because we don't have a trade center, I can't check until we get one. So the first thing I realized is that we do not have enough bytes to get it. So then I head off and I go get some research items so I can start researching and get the bytes. And then it also requires a chip, which you will see me get later. As you can see, I am not holding back on how much research I'm getting, so I hopefully won't have to go back for a while. And you can see here, this is the moment where I spend a long time letting all this research. This ended up taking me about 30 minutes of waiting. And all that 30 minutes has been put down into about 30 seconds. Now at the time I was AFK and I did not realize that I had finished researching, but I came back soon after and researched the trade center. now you're going to go see me try to find an expo chip like crate. They spawn naturally. There are only two ways to get these chips. You can either trade with them through the trade center with Astroneer, which is at the center of all worlds. However, I have not made it to the center of this world yet, so I have to go find them naturally. They are in these crates. You can see them on the map. They will be a green kind of box, kind of like an open box shape, and the icon will be green. You can see it on the map on the south side. And the way you open them is by blowing them up, which is probably the main use for dynamite. I end up blowing my tractor back a good bit. They can have, I think, at most 3 expo chips and at least 1. Unfortunately, I only got 1. But there's not much I can do about that. So I take it, I start heading back, because 1 is at least enough to get the trade platform, and I do not have any more dynamite to get more. So after navigating this field of really annoying rocks and running into a couple trees, I finally start to make it back. And now all I need is the tungsten. I don't remember what the chemical one, it was tungsten something, I can't quite remember. I'm sure I'll figure it out in just a second though. So I grabbed some tungsten eventually, and then I go grab some carbon as well, and I also start making some scrap for the trade platform, because most of the time you need scrap in order to use it. And I had completely forgotten the recipe, and I forgot that it was just plain tungsten and not whatever the chemical version was. So I unpacked this station that I got from one of the missions. I try to make sure it's facing the right way. I almost had it facing the wrong way. And whenever it's full of color like this, that means that you can place it. If it's just an outline, that means it's not flat enough, or something along the lines of that. This is for, I think it's called glastroids, which are kind of like little pets you can have. Now the first mission is to power it, so I take this battery so I can go power it. And then next you have to supply it with an oxygenator, as you can see on the right section, not currently on the screen yet. But I did not know, actually I changed that, I forgot that it spawns with an oxygenator in some of its debris, which you will see later. It's currently behind the structure. So instead I decide to print one, but that still leaves me with 1 extra that I can take wherever I want. So I go start making some clay so I can make some more ceramic, so I can make an oxygenator, so I can put the oxygenator in that new station. Not quite sure what it's called, I forgot. So then I grab all the clay so I can smelt it into ceramic. As I've probably said about 3 times by now. Then I start making the oxygenator. And now I put the oxygenator in there, mostly so I can complete the mission. And then somewhere soon, I'm pretty sure I figured out that there is an oxygenator in one of the debris sites. It's either in this video or the next video, I'm not sure, because these two videos were recorded together in the same session and then I edited them apart afterwards. And now around here, I'm pretty sure I'm preparing to go to Glacio. I think it was for research, but I can't quite remember. I unlocked the drill mod 2 because that allows you to go through every material. The drill mod 3 just makes it faster. So I grabbed the tungsten and the carbon to start making the tungsten carbonate. Now don't forget to like and subscribe. Goodbye.